Tony Conte here from SteelChair Magazine. I'm here alongside Ring of Honor. This is Jay Lethal. Jay, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of noise going on. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'm doing great though. I got into the UK yesterday. The weather's great. And I've been coming to the UK for about 8-9 years now.
Yeah.
And I think for some strange reason I only come over in the winter because I don't ever remember the weather being this nice.
No, because you was here last Ring of Honor, wasn't it? Yeah.
And I come over all the time for various different places like Rev Pro and What Culture and Southside. I think for some reason I only come over during the winter, which is madness.
Yeah.
Because I hate the cold.
Fair enough. You have to plan it better next time.
Yeah, that's the problem. I got to plan a lot better.
So, first question off the bat actually relates to the UK.
Okay.
I mean, it's always good to get a perspective from someone in the States just to how big the scene is, because obviously we're in the bubble here, and there's a lot of talk about the UK scene. I mean, as a wrestler yourself from the States, how big do you think the scene is at the moment?
For the UK?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have been traveling and wrestling in the UK for about 7, 8 years now.
Yeah.
Every time I come over, I have seen some of the greatest wrestlers in the world. Okay, every time I come over, the UK wrestling scene is, to me, in my opinion, always amazing. And it wasn't until the WWE had their tournament over here that made other people start watching and realizing that the UK wrestling scene is amazing, and then to them it's like, oh, what is this new thing here? All of a sudden, no, it's not all of a sudden.
No.
For 8 years I've been coming over here, and the indie scene has been amazing. The UK wrestling scene has been tremendous. It's just unfortunate, and it pisses me off a little bit, unfortunately. All of a sudden, because the W had their tournament, new people are watching, and they're like, oh, all of a sudden the UK scene is amazing. No, it's been amazing for a long time now.
Yeah. And you mentioned, you've been coming over here for such a long time, you've seen some big stars.
Yeah.
Who's been standouts for you?
For me,
from the UK in the past?
In the past, I was a big fan of Party Marty. I don't know if you. Now he's a different Marty, but. Right. I came over a few years ago, way before the WWE thing, and I wrestled Tyler Bates, and he was 18 years old or 17, and he blew my mind. I couldn't believe he was as talented as he was. Tony Storm. I mean, there's been so many great wrestlers over here. I've got to wrestle. Oh yeah. Well, I actually met him in America for Ring of Honor way back when.
Yeah.
But yeah, so many great wrestlers. Even the new guys too, like.
Zack Sabre Jr., Will Ospreay.
Yeah, Ospreay, because we just signed him. Yeah. I was drawing a blank there. Sabre. I've never gotten to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr., unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to step into the ring soon. I've seen nothing but amazing stuff from him as well.
Yeah. And is there, we've probably just answered the question, but is there anyone in the UK that you've not had the chance to share the ring with that perhaps you'd like to?
Aside from Zack Sabre Jr.?
Would you like to go back to Tyler Bate a few years on?
I would. I totally would. I'm trying to think if there's one person I haven't gotten to. It was Zach Gibson, but then I got to wrestle Zach Gibson for Future Shock.
We can come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Right now, I can't think of anyone that I've seen that I go, oh man, I'd like to step into the ring with them.
Yeah, and I was just going to ask you about your opponent in the last Ring of Honor London tour, obviously Adam Cole.
Yeah.
He's recently been signed with NXT.
Congrats to Adam Cole.
Yeah. What do you make of that for him, and do you think that's
I hope that it's just the beginning in that company for him. And hopefully they see exactly what I see in Adam Cole, and I think Adam Cole's amazing. Again, he's one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, and hopefully the company that he's working for now sees that.
Yeah.
I wish him nothing but the best.
And moving on to your career, obviously, you know, you've been champion. When you just look on your Wikipedia pages, there's so many titles, and I think some
Funny
of them
thing
are
about
made
Wikipedia. Funny thing about Wikipedia, you know, anybody can go in and change that.
Absolutely.
I remember Sanjay and I and a couple others, we would purposely go in and change Petey Williams' Wikipedia stuff on purpose, just to piss him off. But surprisingly, somebody would change it back the very next day. So
It was him. But,
probably.
I mean, to that point, obviously, titles are a good way of indicating, you know, some guys actually, you know, set out to win a certain amount of titles in their career. Others have a different goal. What is your goal in the industry?
You know, I've never set a goal for myself. I feel like at this point, if I set a goal for myself, I'll jinx myself. So I never set a goal to become Ring of Honor World Champion. I never said, oh, I'm going to wrestle Ric Flair one day, and I got to wrestle him. I never said I'm going to meet Hulk Hogan or hang out with Kevin Nash. I never set a goal for any of those things, and they just luckily have happened. Just not only being in the right place at the right time, but staying humble, I feel like, and just doing everything that I need to do and living one day at a time has got me everything that I've gotten so far. So if I were to set a goal, I think it wouldn't come true. I'd jinx myself.
Yeah. So what has been the highlight for you during your career to this day?
There's been two. Wrestling Ric Flair live on pay-per-view, knowing that my family was at home in the same living room that we used to watch Ric Flair on TV, right? That was the #1 career highlight until I won the Ring of Honor World Championship. Now the reason the Ring of Honor World Championship is on top is because my parents were there. And my parents, they've seen me since the very beginning. Before I moved from New Jersey, for about 5 years straight, my parents went to every single wrestling show, even if the drive was 16 hours. They went to every single show. They've seen my very first appearance in Ring of Honor up until the last, or the most recent, I'll say. So they've been there throughout the whole journey, so to have them there when I won the world title, which winning the world title means something totally different once you know the wrestling business. It's the promotion at your job that you've been waiting so long to get. And there's no higher honor than that in the wrestling business, especially from that particular company. They say, hey, right now you are the guy to be the #1 face to lead the company. And there's no higher honor than that. And my parents got to watch me receive that honor, and that's what makes that one above the Ric Flair one, but the Ric Flair one is still amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is. Yeah.
It's going to take some being, isn't it? And you mentioned the support of your mum and dad. Has it always been that way?
Always.
From the day you turned around to them and said, I'm going to be a professional wrestler.
Well, my mom kind of had... my mom kind of had, I wouldn't say a problem with it. She just didn't want to see anybody beating up on her son. So my very first match she didn't go to, but every match after that, she went.
When you come home safe?
Yes, first match I went to, I came home safe, and then she went to and then she would be upset if I decided to go to a show by myself. Then they were like, no, we want to go. So then they would tag along. But yes, my mom was the only one who kind of had a problem with it. My dad seemed to be all for it. He loved it.
And obviously we're back here in York Hall, not too long since the last one on the show, but obviously the fans are very, big fans of Ring of Honor. I'd love to see Ring of Honor in London more. Do you know if there's any plans to bring it over more than once a year?
I can only hope. I'm not 100% sure on that. Hopefully after they see the reaction again today, which is what made them come back because of the last reaction we got. So hopefully they try to make this a regular thing.
And we're nearing the end of 2017. Which seems quite scary in itself.
Right, this year has gone by so fast.
And I mean, is there anything else you want to try and achieve this year? What would the perfect end to the year be for you?
Without jinxing myself.
Touch the wood.
I would love to become the Ring of Honor World Champion again this year. I mean, my favorite wrestler, Ric Flair, he was always in the world title picture. So subconsciously, I think I see myself always in that world title picture. I love the pressure that comes along with being the world champion in and out of the ring. There's a duty to perform at your absolute best, especially since match 1, 2, and 3 are tearing the house down. And you think, there's no way I can follow that, and you find a way to do it. I love that challenge, so hopefully before the year is out, I become Ring of Honor World Champion yet again.